It's going to be about someone called Devon Larratt.
Look at what it means to him. Driven hard into that strap, that forward momentum, and claws down the pressure, and he starts to talk to Denis Siplenkov. There's the bump again. He did the damage in the opening round, and Denis is defensive. Has no other option at this stage. He's having to hang on there as Devon goes on that relentless offensive into the joint dance in Western Half. Denis tries to come forward, but there's the pin, and there is the retention of the title.
Yeah, amazing, yeah!
First,
On the way we go! There is another sacrifice, and Devon Larratt in total control, John Brazil. Now, Hermes Gasparini said he had the power to finish from there. He's going to need to have something special because Larratt's coming round and he's engaging the press. Oh! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now, first off, Devon Larratt is actually someone that I've met in real life, and he's a really, really cool guy.
Oh my God! It's Larratt in the flash. What's up, buddy? Oh my God!
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Gonna be a good day of arm wrestling today. Accessible.
Yeah.
It's so easy. The equipment we need is very minimal. You know, anybody can do it. The only thing I'd say to the greater community is when you come in at the beginning, don't think about. How's it going? Hey, buddy. Don't think necessarily about competing right away. Just look at it as like a workout. You know, find somebody to practice with, pressure up, start to feel the strengths required, and enjoy the exercise of it. Because there's arm wrestling competition, and then there's looking at arm wrestling as like an exercise. And I think that's what, if you're a bodybuilder, if you're a strongman, if you keep it at that level, it's always going to be good news. And then from there, you get comfortable, and then you can do whatever, you know?
He's a military veteran of the Canadian Army. His rank was Master Corporal. He's famous for his arm wrestling career. He's recently lost the title to Levon.
Devon Larratt is a man-child.
And he's a content creator on YouTube. He basically posts a bunch of short videos done with his cell phone of him arm wrestling in arm wrestling clubs, because arm wrestling is a really tight sport. You can't really just pull up and arm wrestle anywhere, because there's not a lot of people who actually know how to arm wrestle or even have a table about it. So you can't arm wrestle if you don't, except on a regular table, but it's not competitive arm wrestling, which is, or we could call it professional arm wrestling. Professional arm wrestling requires a specific table, which looks like this. This guy has a lot of kids and a lot of family. He's got Aubrey Larratt. He's got Milo Larratt. He's got Auden Larratt, which Auden also is on the content creation side, and Milo too. They're all like content creators, but okay. Neff Larratt, which is his niece. You have also Jody which is his wife. So there's a lot of Larratts doing content on YouTube. It's actually quite cool to see this. It's like an all grown up content house. Also like kind of a druggie. He's talked about it on his channel a lot. He describes his experience with ketamine. He's I met him at what's called Fitlog. I've talked about Fitlog a couple times on this channel.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, stay with him. I don't give a f. I'm cool with it. Play and peep the fans with him. Yeah, they gon' remember mine. Yeah. You are not it already. He an outlaw getting off when he calls envy. Hit the peanut gallery, they all jelly. Yeah, they gon' remember mine. Yeah. We let them say what they gon' say about us. That ain't nothing, I ain't bothered, not a problem. Haters hate, another day in dollar. Keep your money, rather have you pay the homage. Delay the profit, we go freeway on it. Yeah, the real one, not the copper. If you need reminded, holla at your Siri, ask who I'm. You can find them on the app. Yeah, they call me Peaky Blinders. You bet your bottom dollar, I'm a classic.
And I haven't really described what it is, but it's basically an expo about like a bunch of sports, and it's a big expo in Quebec where I live, and yeah, that's where I met him for the second time, because the first time I met him was at an arm wrestling practice. It was before, I think, before his fight against Hermes, before he was champion, and he was quite wholesome. I didn't want to I didn't want to arm wrestle him at that time, because I didn't even know what the fuck arm wrestling was, and for the last year I've been like really hardcore studying it, but because of life complications I couldn't really get table time, so I'm not really a good arm wrestler in practice, but I understand the theory behind it. And I'm going to make a documentary on it. I've been talking about it for a year, and this is part of it. It's probably going to be a part of like the documentary somehow. Maybe I'm just gonna use the voice, and I don't know if I'm even doing it in French or in English yet. But anyways, back on topic, I've met him, and I've arm wrestled him at Fitlog. I took a bunch of pictures too, which I can show. I've arm wrestled him, and he's really taught me something cool, and it's just about climbing into someone's hand. So basically, you push you push with your fingers, and you push forward your thumb inside the other person's hand. So then you go up the person's hand. So like you push with your fingers, and imagine like someone's holding me, like an arm wrestle, and you just climb. Devon Larratt has actually collabed with a lot of YouTubers, such as the Hafthor Bjornsson. You have Juji Mufu in this video where they compare grip strength, and also they do arm wrestling as well. So he's a bit in the fitness community. He's a bit known, but he's not someone super well known in the fitness industry, but he's like the guy that defines the sport in which he's the guy that defines his sport. Like when you think of arm wrestling, you think of Devon Larratt. You don't think of Lavan or Hermes or Dennis, yes. But for me personally, and I think in the more mainstream aspect of it, you think more of Devon Larratt. as like the face of arm wrestling. Just to continue on with what I was saying, Devon Larratt, he's also going to want to collab with Brian Shaw, World's Strongest Man, to teach him arm wrestling in an effort to pose a challenge to the current world champion, which is basically this organization named East versus West, and that's where every top talent is at the moment.
To being the very, very best arm wrestler I can be is something I've been very, very happy to do for a big portion of my life. I know that at this point I need to pull my memorandum. And it's not that I have, some kind of lofty ambition to become this or that, but I recognize that that me remaining, right at the front, it's not a responsible use of my energy. I need to do other things. I have a lot of other projects that I want to do. I'm never going to stop arm wrestling. I'm never going to stop being involved in arm wrestling. I still have goals in arm wrestling. The super heavyweight division is not one of them. It is not one of them. The lessons that I've learned in the super heavyweight division is, the levels of strength and power that you must have are just, it's a very intense requirement of time and energy. Like, the level is crazy high. It's crazy high. I know how strong I was, and I know how strong Levon was. Hats off once again to Levon for raising the ceiling, for raising our sport. I think we have a champion that we can really be proud of. Somebody needs to get him. Somebody needs to elevate even where we are now, because it can happen. I'm happy to, one of the projects that's coming up is hopefully I'm going to get to have a chance to train with Brian Shaw. And I don't want to put any pressure on Brian, but I know that Brian and Brian's following love strength. And in my opinion, when you talk strength, there's probably no greater strength in the world than what is contained by the strongman community. And Brian, of course, has access to that. And I think that if we can get a Brian Shaw or a young Brian Shaw in love with arm wrestling, then maybe someone can beat Levon from that community. There's a lot of free.
And the guy that owns that is named Engine. And Engine is a former arm wrestler turned now promoter. And with that said, it's interesting that social media, but also YouTube shorts and shorts content like Instagram Reels and that type of format has really helped popularize the sport. And that's just from my feeling, but I've seen many edits and many posts going viral, and the arm wrestling scene is really on Instagram. But if they want, they could. A lot of them could create like little clubs, YouTube channels where they talk about stuff, and that would be insane. But anyways, Devon Larratt is a part of the High Hookers Club. Like I said, he's a stoner type of dude. He's not afraid of consummation of illicit drugs, and that reflects upon the rest of the crew he's with. I don't know much of them, but I was at a competition once, and it smelled like the whole room smelled like Zaza the entire time. And honestly, I was not Zazad. I was not high, so I was kind of sad because I wasn't Zaza, then there was Zaza. Anyways, and he's going to be at Fitlog again, and I'm hoping to stream for him again, because that's something I did at the last time I saw him. I grabbed his phone and just started filming. Started filming on his well, on the table, on the fucking on top, and it was just insane. I didn't know nothing, so people were like, "Yo, scream, oh pana!" I'm like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" I don't know shit. My friend do arm wrestling. I do filmography and shit. But I've studied the sport because he's gotten me into the sport, and I think that Devon Larratt has done a lot for the sport of arm wrestling. He's made it a lot more accessible through his videos, and through his Instagram also, and his family too, which are cool. I've only met Auden once, but we just I don't even think he knows who I am. I just showed him how to use the rule of thirds on his phone to like teach him like how to do composition about filming, because I know how to do that. And because I just thought what he filmed could have looked better just with these tips, but he probably hasn't done that. I don't know. I haven't talked to him at all. And he's pretty cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a comment and subscribe for more. My name is Snickylzn, and I try to post a video daily.